Hi, this is Jeff Curto, and welcome to episode number 124 of Camera Position, the podcast about the creative side of photography. Photography. The word photography, a word we use all the time, a word we use to describe this medium that we are passionate about. And some of you might actually know that the word photography is actually a compound word from two ancient Greek words, photos and graphos. Photos, light, graphos, writing or marking. So photography quite literally means to write with light, to write with light. So what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about photography's obvious dependence upon light. I mean, it goes without saying that without light we can't make photographs, but light has a counterpart, the counterpart being shadow. And that counterpart, or something to play off of, is really what makes us able to really see direction of light, quality of light, type of light in our photographic images. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to try something a little different for Camera Position. I'd like to try giving you all an assignment. Now, nobody's going to get any grades, but giving you an assignment and try to see if we can share images with one another, making photographs of light and shadow. So your assignment is to go and make some photographs of light and shadow, and then post the best 3 or 4 images or 5 images perhaps to one of a couple of different places that I'll give you here. One is the Flickr group for Camera Position. Some of you may have actually already found this. In fact, I know that a number of you have posted to it, flickr.com/groups/camera position, and I'll put a link to that in the Camera Position blog and also on the app. And then also I just established a Facebook page for my 2 podcasts, both the History of Photography podcast and also Camera Position, and that'd be another place where you could post some images for all of us to look at. You'll find that new Facebook page at facebook.com/Jeff Curto Podcasts. And while you're there, go ahead and click the like button on that page. Hopefully we'll find a few people who don't know about the Camera Position or History of Photography podcasts, and see if we can get a few more people out there who are listening and exchanging ideas about the medium of photography. So make some photographs where light has a strong presence in the picture, but shadow may have a strong presence. So pay special attention to light or shadow or both at the same time. For many of you who are perhaps just getting started in photography, a little direction might be useful. Photographing during a time of day when the light is dramatic, either early in the morning or late in the day, is usually best for this. And examining what happens when the light comes in from the side of the subject, how does it affect the way the subject looks, what sorts of shadows does it create. You could also experiment with using artificial light sources. So another possibility here, instead of photographing out of doors or light coming through a window, would be to create some dramatic light. One of my favorite tools for this is an inexpensive clamp-on light that I get from the hardware store, one of those just lights that you clamp on the back of a chair. Put a 100-watt or 200-watt light bulb in it and use that light source to create some light and create some shadow, perhaps even using some sort of reflector object to reflect some light back into the shadow part to control the ratio of light to shadow. So the key to this assignment, such as it is directional light. So directional light that causes light to form highlights and also to form some shadows on the other side of the coin, that counterpoint for light of shadow. So go make some photographs with this idea in mind. We'll see how this works. If it works well, we'll kind of try this again at a later time and see if we can come up with some assignments for Camera Position listeners to play around with. And I think it'll be interesting to see what you all come up with, and I'll look forward to seeing some of those. And I'll put some of my own photographs that I hope deal at least a little bit with light and shadow, both on the blog and in the app, and also in these Flickr and Facebook presences. So take a look around you and find what you can find, and make some images and then post some to those two different places or one or the other of those places. And we'll see you next time on the next episode of Camera Position, the podcast about the creative side of photography.